Are you aware? Are you aware what goes on in the making of the products you use every day? Are you aware of the hurt animals go through to make the shampoo you bathe your child in? Are you aware of the cruel acts companies participate in for the products lining the shelves of your bathroom? Be aware. The Johnson & Johnson Company, one of the most well-known cosmetic companies in the U.S., is one of many companies that still participate in animal testing today, and they don't seem to have any desire to change their actions. Neutrogena, Johnson & Johnson Baby Care, Band-Aid, Listerine, Neosporin, Tylenol, Splenda. These are just a few of the Johnson & Johnson products that many of you use every day. Innocent mice, rats, rabbits, and in some cases dogs and other primates are undergoing cruel experimentation for these products. In 2011, PETA battled with the Johnson & Johnson Company simply to get them to decrease their use of animal testing for their many brands and products. Despite Johnson & Johnson's efforts to avoid this change, the SEC enforced PETA's resolution, and Johnson & Johnson has changed some of their animal testing methods. But is this enough? Johnson & Johnson claims that they only use animal testing when it is absolutely necessary. But do you want your children using products that have such harmful chemicals that make them require animal testing? Experts have even gone as far as saying that animal testing has become ineffective.
I'm a physician and my wife is a veterinarian, and we have frequently been confronted with the fact that drugs and diseases act very differently in animals than they do in humans. And I'll go one step further. I've had to deal with the fact that different humans respond very differently to drugs and diseases. Even identical twins frequently react differently. Now, science understands why this is so because of things like the Human Genome Project and our studies of evolutionary biology and so forth. And in our book, Animal Models in Light of Evolution, we discuss this in considerable depth. Now, I can't go into that kind of depth today, but the take-home point is that animals simply cannot predict human response. And yet that is exactly how the people who earn their livelihood from using animals sell that animal use to society. And that's just fraud, plain and simple.
Other cosmetic companies, such as Shea Moisture, are labeled as cruelty-free with organic ingredients and free of animal testing. These cruelty-free companies can easily be found in the same department stores as the Johnson & Johnson products. If these companies can continue to produce similar products without hurting innocent animals at its expense, why can't Johnson & Johnson do the same? Do you really want to support a company who is reluctant to make a change? Do you want your children to support such a company? Be aware. Make a change and spread the word. Join the fight to stop animal testing by Johnson & Johnson.